to Out of the Box Radio with me, your host, Christine Blasdale. Out of the Box Radio is a weekly podcast of audible ear candy dedicated to bringing a fresh perspective on this thing that we call life. And each and every week, we're going to be diving into the topics that matter most with lively conversations on issues such as health, wellness, and transformational healing, all with the goal of creating a better world and becoming a happier human being. I will be your tour guide for this epic adventure, and each and every week, we're going to be embarking on a journey with the ultimate goal being transformation to our highest potential. And now, let's get out of the box. Hello everyone, welcome to Out of the Box Radio. I am your host, Christine Blasdale, and I'm so very happy that you tuned in today because we're going to have a very special program on healing and, most importantly, how you can, yes, you can help heal other people, but for me, one of the most important things is about self-healing. And I have a very special guest with me today, Barbara E. Savin, who is a master healer, a certified Reiki healer, a clinical hypnotherapist for many, many years. She has a thriving practice at the California Health and Longevity Institute, located at the Four Seasons in Westlake Village. And her new book, it's called Gentle Energy Touch: The Beginner's Guide to Hands-On Healing. We're going to get into a little bit about the book and some ways that we can work on healing ourselves. And we have a very, very special offer that I think a lot of people who are listening are going to want to take advantage of. And so I want to welcome back to the program, Barbara Savin. Welcome back, Barbara.
Oh, thank you, Christine. How are you today?
I am really, really good. And we're going to be talking about something I think that a lot of people are dealing with, are struggling with, or have been struggling with. And I am so very, very excited, and I can't wait till people get this information. But you have developed an incredible digital download for people who are smokers, who have been smoking. And this digital download that you offer has already helped quite a few people, I understand. You yourself have helped like 1,000 people stop smoking?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Incredible.
In order for someone to stop smoking, and I need really to mention this, is they need to be ready. Not that their wife or husband or someone says you need to stop smoking. You need to make the commitment to yourself and to actually realize that you've punished yourself long enough and that you actually want to live a beautifully long, healthy, happy life as a non-smoker. And I developed these 3 MP3s. The first one is to help you begin quitting smoking. The second one is for you to completely stop smoking. And the third one is to remain a non-smoker for the rest of your life. Because, again, you do have the ability to be able to do anything you set your mind to do. So it's all about them making a commitment to want to stop smoking so that they, can live a healthy life with their family, their friends, and know this is possible. And so I put together this, 3 MP3s so that they can get back into their power and know that they can do this for themselves and, do it in, in their home. They can just listen to, the first MP3, maybe, 2-3 times during the week, and then that'll completely help them quit smoking. And many of my clients that have listened to the MP3s, they actually said they never even got to the second or the third MP3 because the first one actually has now, they are non-smokers. So my words are very loving and they're very powerful, and it truly works.
This is what's amazing to me, because whatever the reasons are, and maybe you have an insight into this, what the reasons are why people begin to smoke. Maybe those reasons why they begin to smoke is peer pressure or stress, but what is it that keeps them? Is it the actual physical addiction to the nicotine or the chemicals within the cigarette? or is it something on a deeper level? Is it the I don't want to say lack of loving yourself, because that's I don't know, that seems so harsh. But what do you attribute that to, on a intuitively or psychically? What do you think that is when someone continues to smoke, and they know that it's not good for them, physically, but what do you think that is?
Well, many times they feel that they don't have the willpower to do it, or that it won't happen. I myself, in my early 20s, I was a smoker, and I worked at Roosevelt Hospital in Manhattan. And back then, in the 60s, we were allowed to smoke at your desk. And one day I actually ran out of cigarettes. And I said to myself, all right, I'm going to just make believe that I'm smoking. And I realized, it's like a light bulb went on in my head. I realized that it wasn't the cigarette that was helping me relax. It was the fact that I was inhaling and exhaling. And at that moment, I knew I needed to stop smoking, because it was my breath that helped me to relax. And a lot of people feel that the cigarette helps them to relax. The cigarette relieves the stress. The cigarette helps them stop the worrying. That's not the case. It's them breathing that helps with all of that.
I was wondering if it is something too about loving your, because we can love others, we can love our husbands or wives, or we can love our children, but when it comes to what I find, when it comes to actually loving ourselves, sometimes that's a different story.
Well, sometimes we feel we don't deserve.
Ah, okay. Right.
We don't deserve, or sometimes it could be a form of punishment, or it could be we're not happy with ourselves, which is not loving ourselves. So there could be a lot of different emotional feelings there, where the cigarette, even though it's bad for you, even though it'll kill you and causes cancer, and that you can't breathe, and that you cough and it wastes a lot of money, you still do it, because in the back of our mind, it's something of, I really want to say, it's somewhat of a form of punishment. And many people feel that they don't have that determination or the willpower or self-control to stop. But if they put their minds to it, they can stop smoking.
Well, and if they can, and this is the beautiful thing, is with the work that you've done on this digital download, it's called Kick the Habit, right? Kick the Habit.
Mm-hmm.
Stop smoking, and this is an incredible gift to the world, Barbara, because from my understanding, obviously there's been a lot of people who have listened to this and have quit. They haven't even had to listen to the whole 3 MP3s, but they're quitting because of that. Do you use in this MP3 series for the smoking cessation, do you use hypnosis so that you're kind of getting past those barriers, or how do you do it? How do you
I do use hypnosis, and I
Mm-hmm.
and I empower them. I tell them, you can do this for yourself, because again, you do have the ability to be able to do anything that you set your mind to do. And I put them in the power, knowing that they truly need to love and respect their body. They need to accept responsibility for their own physical condition and make a commitment to create a healthy body. And not only that, to stick with the goal, so that they are physically fit, not just for for their loved ones, but for themselves.
Yes.
And it's like giving yourself a gift, a gift of health, a gift of life. When you're healthy, that's one of the best gifts that you can ever have for yourself, because then you can do anything. So, health is, in my eyes, wealth. I'm wealthy when I am really healthy, because then I can do anything, because I have the ability to be able to do it, because I am healthy, in body, mind, and spirit. And so it's all about putting them back, I want to say, into their power, knowing that they can do this for themselves, and but most importantly, to stop punishing themselves and to take control and accept responsibility for their actions.
I love that it's about loving yourself and gifting yourself, giving a gift to yourself. And when you do that, what I found is that when you give the gift of health to yourself, you're giving it's like it ripples, because then you're giving a gift of you to your family. You're going to be around
Right.
longer. You're going to give the gift of you to society at large. If whatever it is that you do in your career, you're going to be around longer and happier and healthier. So it's just a phenomenal digital download. It's the Kick the Habit, Stop Smoking, the 3 MP3 set. And we have from my understanding, you have a very, very special offer for our listeners today.
Yes, I do. Originally, it's $49.95, but if they go to my website, motivateyourlife.net/Christine, we're offering it all three, MP3s for $34.95.
Beautiful. Oh
Free
my.
affirmations for them, a PDF that I put together, a whole bunch of affirmations for quitting and remaining smoke-free.
So in addition to the actual the MP3s that they will be able to download and listen to, and they can probably also burn it onto a CD if they wish, then also there's a PDF that will come with it, like a free add-on. Is that what it is?
Yes, it's a free add-on. Oh, I put together, I want to say probably, maybe close to 100 affirmations, because, affirmations are statements of acceptance that you actually use to manifest your destiny. So, you want to stop smoking, you need to also tell yourself, I am a non-smoker, and I am very proud of myself, and my body is now healing. So, I put together a whole bunch of different positive statements that they can repeat to themselves during this time of them becoming a non-smoker.
Let's talk about the success rate of this program, of the Kick the Habit program. You had mentioned to me a little while ago, was it your brother-in-law?
Yes, my brother-in-law.
Yeah, tell the listeners about your brother-in-law. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful.
He smoked for I want to say anywhere from 30 to 40 years, and he always tells me, you're crazy. He always calls me crazy. And that's fine, because he doesn't believe in the healing, aspects. I really wish, well, actually he does now, but
yeah, he does now. Definitely.
He does. So I gave him the CDs to listen to when I visited, Florida, and he listened to the first one, and he was amazed that he actually stopped smoking. And he could not believe that after all these years, he stopped. And all it was getting him back into his own power and knowing that he can do this for himself. And it's now quite many years, and he's been a non-smoker for many years. And every now and then, he does need to listen to it, because that urge may come back. And he says to me, when he puts one of them on, all of a sudden the urge is completely gone.
Wow.
So many of my clients have been smokers for a long time. And once they listen to this, but again, he wanted to stop smoking. It's not that my sister was telling him, you need to stop smoking. He finally came to terms with himself that I need to do this for me. So, because if you're going to do it for someone else, it won't work, honestly. You need to be the one to say, it's time for me to stop this, dysfunctional habit, you could say. And it amazes me that, well, actually it doesn't amaze me. I know it works, but I was amazed with him that it worked so quickly with him, because he believed, but he didn't believe. And he stopped smoking after all those years.
After like almost 30
to 40 years, I think. Well,
so
let's see.
Let's say 35 years, a 35-year smoker.
He's in his 60s, and he's been smoking. Actually, it's probably longer than that, because he started smoking when he was in the service, and that was I think the age of 18 or 19. So,
That's huge. First of all, you have a man, a male.
I
Okay.
know.
Second of all, an older gentleman. So very much set in their ways. I mean, I'm set in my ways in a lot of things too. But very much set in their ways from a different generation that maybe would not normally accept this as being something that's a viable way of stopping smoking or healing oneself, right? Or gifting this, and he didn't even have to listen to the entire 3 MP3s. He just listened to the first one. And after 35 years of smoking, he's a non-smoker.
He's a non-smoker.
And
so many of my clients are non-smokers, and they've remained non-smokers. So that's the most important thing, is that to remain a non-smoker. Excuse me. Because, again, everyone I help, they need to know that they need to do this for themselves. I can be, I can jumpstart them and help them, but they're the ones that need to take control of the situation and the addiction.
And they need to listen to it. And I just, like I said, I am so excited about this, because I think with this program, right now on Out of the Box Radio, I think that we can help a lot of people. And that's what my whole goal is with Out of the Box Radio. And Barbara, with the work that you do and my work that I do, it's all about allowing people to, first of all, find out and discover how amazing they are. And number 2, to transform their life and to do something good for the world. And what you've done with this is so huge. And I want to let listeners know that if you're tired of being a smoker, if you're done with it, or if you want to be done with it, please take advantage of this very special offer that Barbara Savin is offering you. Again, Barbara has been a certified hypnotherapist for well over 25 years. She has something that has helped so many people quit smoking. Her own brother-in-law, who was a 35-year smoker himself, and doesn't believe in not much of a believer in perhaps the whole healing thing, but he today is a non-smoker because of this. And she has this offer for you. It is Kick the Habit, Stop Smoking. You can listen to this on an MP3 player. It's a digital download. You can burn it out onto a CD if you want. This is a great gift for you. This will make a beautiful gift for someone that you love, who is ready. You're not going to be able to bug them and harass them and argue with them to quit. They need to be ready, and this is a wonderful gift. It is normally $49.95, which is, my goodness, that's incredible. Normally, it's $49.95, but for Out of the Box Radio listeners, for $34.95, for less than $35, you're going to get this incredible digital download, the Stop Smoking digital download. And this is where you need to go to get it. You go to motivateyourlife.net/Christine. Again, motivateyourlife.net/Christine. And Barbara, like I said, I hope that lots and lots of people go to that website and take advantage of your offer. In addition to the digital download of the hypnosis to help people stop smoking, you also have the PDF, the affirmations that will also help with that process as well. You're helping so many people. See, even if you're injured, you can still help people through the work that you do online.
Well, hopefully I'll be back to work in about 2 weeks, I hope.
I know you. Nothing is going to hold you down, and you're going to heal. You're going to heal so fast because of the power of us, obviously your own healing powers, but there's such great love in your heart. You do everything from your heart, Barbara, and that's why I love and adore you. Every single thing that I've ever witnessed you do, it comes from such a beautiful place. And so I think that those gifts just keep coming back at you. And I'm so happy to know you and have you back on Out of the Box Radio. So happy. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I'm truly honored, believe me.
So we'll give out this information again. If you're interested in quitting smoking, or if you would like to gift this to someone who you know is ready, you want to go to motivateyourlife.net/Christine. Again, this program is $49.95, which was a deal already. But for Out of the Box radio listeners only, right now it's $34.95, and it's all available at motivateyourlife.net/Christine. And I'll make sure on the archive of the show we'll put that web link up as well. You are such an amazing person. I love you, Barbara Savin.
Well, I love you too, Christine.
And any last words that you'd like to give our listeners before we head out for today's show?
Just to love yourself for who you are. Mm-hmm. And don't let anyone else's words bring you down. That's probably the most important thing that I can tell everyone. Because it's their words that may be negative, it's not yours. So, any time anyone says negative to me, I just allow myself to let it go, because it's not my words. And I say to myself, Barbara, I love you because you're you. And, my mantra for myself is I am free to be me, and so I shall be. And that's probably the best thing that I can, offer to many of your listeners. Just be yourself. Be yourself. Love yourself.
And love yourself even when you're a little
yes.
Especially when you're a little especially when
That's when you have to love yourself a little more.
Exactly. Oh, thank you so very much, Barbara E. Savin. If you want it, please, folks, get her book. You can go to Amazon if you're interested. It's called Gentle Energy Touch, The Beginner's Guide to Hands-On Healing by Barbara E. Savin. And if you want to take advantage of the Stop Smoking MP3, it's a digital download. You'll have access to it immediately. Go to motivateyourlife.net/Christine. That's with a CH. Again, you're going to get a special exclusive offer, just $34.95. So run, get going to motivateyourlife.net/Christine. All right, love. Thank you so much again. And fast healing for you, my friend. Fast healing for you.
Thank you. Love you.
I love you. All right, everyone, that's the show for today. Please do remember to join us next week for another episode of Out of the Box Radio. I've been your host, Christine Blosdale. Have a beautiful day, and don't forget, always think outside of the box.